promised, I'm just going to accentuate my brown eyes with this Wet n Wild palette. I've started with a transition color, then that burgundy color in the center of my lid. Then I'm going to diffuse everything all over with a brown, and in the corner of my lid I'm just doing a light beige metallic color brown eyeliner from Maybelline just to line my waterline on the top, and then for the lower waterline I'm using a white eyeliner, and that'll just open out my eyes a bit more. Then all I'm doing is using that brown pencil and some brown shadow to smoke out the lower waterline. Then after that I'm cleaning that up with micellar water. This has vitamin C and vitamin E in it, and then tidying up the edges with some more concealer just to make everything look neat. I've got my eyelash curler upwards and outwards and Maybelline Sky High mascara in burgundy, and everything will work together to make your brown eyes beautiful. Fit Me Loose Setting Powder next, but look at those brown eyes. I'm going to try this pink Fit Me Loose Setting Powder on one side, and then I'm going to try the yellow loose setting powder on the other side, and then we'll decide which one brightens the under eye better. Remember, we're trying to camouflage the dark circles on my under eyes, and now we're brushing the excess away. I intentionally put more on for the purpose of this video so you can see the difference. But what do you think, pink or yellow? Which would you choose? Okay, so now the elf brown lip liner, I'm just going to line my lips with a lip liner, and then I'm putting Vaseline on because I'm gonna go to the dentist and she's just gonna wipe it off anyway, let's be honest. But my lips still look juicy with that Vaseline. And now I'm gonna use the Maybelline City Bronzer just to add some warmth and definition back into my face. And final step will be setting spray to make those powders melt into my skin. And in the next clip you will see the TK Maxx shopping haul. And I absolutely love TK Maxx. I never know what I'm going to walk out with when I go. I bought 6 of these tumblers, so there were 6 in the box. And when I checked online, so that's the reason why I'd gone into TK Maxx, mainly because I checked online to see where I could spend the gift card. And then when I went online, there was 6 in a box and they were £15 for them. So I like the size and the shape of these tumblers, so I thought I'll go and get this. Anyway, fortunately, when I went in there, they were marked down again, so I went and got them from the clearance section, and they were £7.99 for 6 instead of £15. So that's a bargain, and I love that for me. And I always navigate to the clearance section. I always feel like I'm bargain shopping when I go into TK Maxx. And then this one is a shower wash, fragranced with grapefruit and orange, and this is divine. It's so nice on your skin. So, and this one was only $3.99. And how much is in it? It's a litre for $3.99, and this smells good. Does anyone else open the bottles and smell them before you buy stuff like this? I do. I'm never gonna buy it if I can't open it. That smells really nice. And then I'm getting this. So this is a hand wash, and this one was $6.99. So that's what, £10 already. And this is California Beach House liquid soap, and it's hand soap, and it's sand and fog again, and this one smells absolutely divine. I love the bottle, the container. It's glass and it's quite chic, and that'll go nicely in my bathroom. So I do like these scented soaps. When I was little, when I used to live in Jamaica, sometimes when you've got relatives coming from abroad, they usually bring some, like little soaps that always smelled amazing, and obviously it's different from what the locals were accustomed to in Jamaica. So I think that's where I've got it from, why I like them so much. So this one is lemon and rosemary, and this one is divine. So this wasn't on sale, I don't think. This one was full price, but it was $5.99, so that's fine. So that's $5.99 for 3 soaps, and they smell lovely. So I guess what you can gather from this, I like nice smelling things. I like candles. Oh, I like skincare. I like makeup. I like nice things. That's why I'm always spending. And a peculiar thing happened as well when I was in TK Maxx. So I got my bill and I walked out, and she said, oh, £75, whatever she said it came to. What does it say on here? No, £77.13. And then, so these few things that I got, and she said £77. And I was like, okay, I'll spend my £15 gift card, which I was gonna do anyway. That was my plan. And then as I was walking out the store, I'm like, no way, because if I've spent £15 on the gift card, the rest of the stuff, there's no way it comes up to more than 50 quid. So I was like, And then I got my receipt out. So I never ever look at my receipt when I collect it. And hardly ever do I collect a receipt even. But it was a good thing I did, because on there's a men's best brand, whatever it is, something for a man, for $29.99. Can you imagine that? $29.99. Now you tell me how that showed up on my bill. I have no idea. So I went back and I said, there is something on my receipt that I didn't buy. So everyone's looking at me all shocked and everything. The lady that attended to me, the shop assistant that attended to me, very nice lady, she was busy with someone else. So when I went to the help desk, they said, go back to the till where you paid for it and speak to that assistant. Anyway, she was busy, so someone else came over to help me, and she's like, I'm not being funny, but can you please just empty out your handbag? So I had my tote bag with me, and I had stuff in it that I'd bought from, my package that I collected from Superdrug, and other bits and bobs, the cards and stuff like that, and other bits and bobs, my personal items, my wallet, stuff like that. And she said, can I just rummage through to the bottom of your bag? And I'm like, yeah. And then she looked at me and she's like, obviously I believe you, but I'll just like to check. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally just left here. Anyhow, she wasn't the one who attended to me. And the assistant that did, she was like, is there a problem, madam? And I was like, yeah, there is something on my receipt that I didn't buy. So she looks dead confused as well. I don't think it was anything necessarily malicious on her part. I don't know how it happened. But anyway, so I emptied out my bag. I just threw everything out on the counter, because I'm like, you're going to give me my 30 quid back today. Anyhow, she says, so I paid £15 on the cards, and the rest I paid in cash. So she's like, oh, you paid on a card ending whatever the gift card number ended in. And I said, no, I spent £15 on that card, and the rest I paid in cash. So she was like, right, well, we can put the money back on the card, or we can give you the cash. And I'm like, can I have the cash, please? So she gave me the cash, and then she gave me a new receipt. So I'm glad for that, but that's never happened to me before. I don't know what happened. I don't understand how someone else's purchase ended up on my receipt, but there you go. That's something that I'm going to be more vigilant about now, checking my receipt before I walk out the shop.